Hey guys, it's your boy Robert Bob TV Brown with another episode of Chronicles of a Brand New Union Organizer. This is me. Yeah, in my 50s. And when you take on a new endeavor in your 50s, it's not easy. And especially when you have other things you do that's important. Yes, for the past week I've been on a campaign organizing Chipotle workers. Chipotle workers have decided to come together with 32 BJ SEIU, which is one of the biggest union organizations in the country, who were in the background of pushing for the $15 minimum wage in the union with the fast food workers. Make Chipotle our main target of a landmark effort to organize fast food workers. Not only bring them 15, but bring them more than 15, make sure they got a union, and make sure their rights are not being violated. Now, this company rights are always being violated, and I can go into detail about that. I just started a new website, Facebook group called Union Power. And I'm going to start a new show once a week or maybe once a month, Union Power. And that's going to be an effort to make sure people know about the campaigns that certain unions are doing. If you're a union and you got a campaign going on against a corporation, I want to use my voice to help get it out there. I figure with 10,500 subscribers, it can get out there. So I'm going to use that platform to talk about union campaigns that you can be a part of. Like right now, Chipotle workers are disregarding their workers, even though they got good benefits. You can get good food, even though they got a college program. They still can get fired. You can work 3-4 hours on that job and get fired. Sure, it's great to get up the ladder. You can get up the ladder quick, run your own Chipotle, but owning one is impossible. You're not going to ever be a franchise owner. You're not going to own a Chipotle. All right, that belongs to a corporation. Their system is great, but the bottom line is they're working their workers. They're stealing pay from them, allegedly. They're making them work lesser hours, more hours than normally. And in New York City, there's certain laws in New York City that guarantees that these workers' rights are not violated. Case in point, in New York City, there's food service workforce laws. And one of those laws says that you have to have your schedule put up 3 weeks in advance. Not 1 week like most jobs, 3 weeks. And if you violate that, that is a violation of policy, that is a violation of city law, and you can file charges against the company. But most people don't file charges against the company because they're afraid of being terminated or afraid of being harassed. But you can file against your company without them even knowing about it. So don't let that stop you. Okay? Second thing is if they ask you to start earlier or later than you expected according to their schedule, there are things called premium pay laws, which mean they have to pay you for asking you to work. You know how your jobs say, Rob, I need you to work an extra 2 hours. You make a decision, nope. And then they got the nerves to get mad at you because you said no. But even if you said yeah, then not only should you get more money for that time and a half, especially if you're over 40 hours, in the state of New York, you get a premium pay for that, sometimes up to $100. So yes, by law in New York City, that's one of the things I love about New York City. If your boss asks you to work way ahead of schedule, they got to pay you. If they ask you to work under your normal schedule, they got to pay you. But the problem is they've been finding ways to try to get the workers to opt out in the pay by having them sign some kind of document, which is illegal. But the workers won't know about it until people like me, until people like you let them know about it. You may be a Chipotle worker up here right now and don't know about it. So don't let the good food, and it is good, fool you. It's not good for the body, man. I'm telling you, I've been 2 weeks I was on that fast food campaign. I probably put on another 10 pounds. But that's why I started the Union Power. I'm sorry, it's going to be a different channel, and it's going to be on Facebook. A different channel on Facebook. My people out here, you got to grab these fast food workers and push them to get a union. You got to tell them, don't fight it, don't struggle. If they got a petition, sign it. If they ask you to be at a rally, be there. I'll be there with you. If they ask you to sign a card to join a union, don't you hesitate, because having a union is better than not having one. You need to take control of your company. Of course, you're not going to own the company, but there's some control you have in the workplace. They call it workforce democracy. Shout out to my man Richard Wolf. Go check out Richard Wolf and he'll tell you the same thing. But you can't let these bigwigs sitting in the ivory tower smoking their big cigars take money out of your pocket that they don't supposed to be taking money out. I mean, they just a little bit at a time adds up. Imagine a few dollars here and there goes in their pocket. So you got to tell these people this. Now, they took me out the fast food campaign, and that campaign, as soon as you get active in the campaign, as soon as you start getting your juices flowing, of course, you're going before strangers, you don't know them. It's not like you're organizing in-house or organizing out-house. These people don't know you, and people don't want to do business with people who they don't know, don't like, and don't trust. It's hard to get them to move, especially even for themselves. Make a move to benefit you. But for a move to benefit themselves, it's hard for them to do that if they don't know you, like you, or trust you. So campaigns like this, me personally, I take my time to get to know these people so they can like me and trust me before I ask them to take action. But some campaigns, they want you to just go at it. Get the name, get the card, whatever. Just go at it. And me, I'm not used to that. But that's part of the work of an organizer. Remember, this is Chronicle of a new organizer, union organizer. So I'm not used to this. When I organize, it's usually in-house. It's usually in-house and not our house. All right, so as soon as I get my juices going on this campaign, I got a co-worker. She's been doing this for a while. She's a boss at it. She can get sign a petition. I can get a few people sign a petition. All right, people don't know me. They don't like me. They don't trust me. Of course, it's going to be hesitant. Plus, I'm a big black dude, and you already know the preconception of that. And if I got a hateful look on my face, I got to steadily keep a smile and joke with people, because if I look like I'm frustrated, people not going to want to do anything with me, because for some reason there's a stigma that big black men are dangerous. And I'm a teddy bear. I'm not dangerous. I'm a teddy bear. So I have to constantly smile and joke just to get the guards down to talk to these people about them. Mind you, I'm talking about them and their well-being and them having more. There's no reason. I don't care what job it is, from cleaning out toilets to flipping burgers. 40 hours should get you enough money to pay your mortgage, not your rent, your mortgage. Put food on your table, not go to welfare. Buy food. Get you a couple cars, one for you and your spouse. Put your kids in school. Put your kids in college, go on a vacation. One job should be able to do that. I don't care where you work at. Now, fast forward today. I'm back at the airport, y'all. The fast food campaign, I'm not on it no more. I don't know. Maybe I sucked. I don't know. Look, I understand that there's a fear when you start something new, and you got to overcome that fear. And I'm going to be bad at this. I'm going to suck. Okay? But in order to be great, you got to fail at some things. You got to fail your way forward. And I'm going to mess up. I'm going to probably say the wrong thing to the wrong person. I'm probably going to fill out paperwork wrong. That's just part of the process. But hang in there with me, union organizer leaders. I'm one of your best shots. Once you get me in and I get this thing going, I'm a freaking beast. But I need to be comfortable with what I'm doing. And I need to build trust with some of these people. So I'm back at the airport. Thank you, Mana. Thank you, Mana. I'm back at the airport, and I'm working with Yulin, one of the crappiest companies around. They don't give a care about their worker as usual, like most companies, or they care about their bottom line. So right now, if you know any Yulin workers at any airport, get this message to them. Whatever any organizer tell you to do from 32 BJ SEIU, sign a petition. You sign it. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it. You sign it, because if you read up top, it's to benefit you. Sign a card so you can be a part of the union. Sign the union card. Anything that's going on the job, if they're harassing you or getting on your last nerves or something like that, you need to fill out a statement. Get a statement filled out. Go to one of the local organizers on that site and say, yo, she cussed me out, she threatened me, or she took away my hours, or she's scared. She told me I'll get fired if I do this, if I talk to you guys. That's against the law. If they're doing that to you, you need to ask that union organizer for a statement, for a complaint form. And we'll get that over to the city and to the state. You got to stand up for not just yourself, but if you're not working at Yulin and you know somebody working at Yulin, you got to fight for them too. I'm fighting for them. You got to fight for them too. Okay, so anytime an organizer come, read the petition. Understand that petition is something to benefit you, not the union organizer, but you. Okay, right now, they're taking their pay. They're not giving them access. There's 2 scheduling systems. They're not giving them full access to one. They're not giving them full access to the other one. They're blind on what money is going in, what money is coming out. They're blind on their break time. They're blind on their lunch time. They're blind on the insurance payments that they're paying out, or insurance payment that they don't supposed to be paying out. They're blind to that. Why? Because they can't see the paperwork. So right now, we got a petition going out to Governor Cuomo, Mayor de Blasio, 2 people I'm not a fan of, and Tish James, one of my homegirls. She helped us out with a couple of, she's the union woman, and the state controller in New York City, Tom DiNapoli. All right, so we're going to be sending that petition, but we need everybody to sign it. And when I say everybody, when one person don't sign up, that's putting a link in the chain, a weak link in the chain. Matter of fact, you're taking a notch out the chain. The chain can't be strong if one link is out. And trying to put it back together without that link takes too long. So everybody needs to sign this, and I encourage you to get them to sign this. So, all right, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm basically telling workers, look, I can't do this for you. You got to do this. We only can back you up. Now, you've been complaining about these things going on your job, and you had no way of doing something about it. We're telling you what you can do about it. But you got to make the move with us. We got your back. You got to be in the forefront of this. We can't be in the forefront. You have to. But we are your wings. We are your backup. We the Temptations. You know what I'm saying? You the lead singer. You got to get out there and do it. We can't do it without you or for you. So sign the petitions. Sign the union card. Sign complaint forms. Fill out a form if you feel like you're being harassed or picked on. Do it. Whatever the union organizer tell you to do it. And if you are not a union organizer, you know somebody that work in fast food or work in the airline industry or whatever, and they have an opportunity to get organized and the union is trying to organize them, you need to have a sit down with them. Take them to lunch and have that one-on-one sit down with them and tell them why your butt need to get a union, man. I talked to this dude, Bob TV, and he's right. You need to get a union because until then, you don't have job security. They could fire you right now. Ain't nothing you could do about it. You can't come back. But if you had a union and they had a grievance procedure, they can't just fire you. It's going to take a long time to fire you, unless you do something to violate their handbook. But they can't just fire you for anything. Right now, at Yulin, you sneeze and they don't like your sneeze, they can fire you. Ain't nothing the state can do about it. You can burp and they don't like the way it smells, they can fire you. Anything, they'll find something to fire you. That's why you need a union, for job security, if not anything. But no, we'll get you more than job security. We'll get you more holidays. We'll get you more vacation time, more sick time. We have the ability to do all these things. More pay, seniority, the whole 9 yards. But you got to do this. We can't do this for you. Now, I came here to get a little nap because I'm here till 9 o'clock talking to organizers. Talking to workers at union because it's a 24-hour operation and they got a couple complaints. I had one guy came out of class pissed off because they wrote him up because he didn't make the first class. Didn't you tell me I got a chance to make it up at the second class? But when I get to the second class, you're going to write me up? I am not signing it. You can write me up, but I'm not agreeing with the write-up. And that's another reason why you need a union, because we can fight something like that. But if you don't have a union, you can't fight nothing like that. But they're going to write this dude up. And he told me there was a stack of write-ups ready to hand out like candy to the workers. What do you do in this situation? Right now, you can't do nothing because you don't have a union. But if you had a union, your local shop store would be able to go in there and handle business for you. Nah, he ain't signing jack. We fighting this. And then we go through a grievance process, and if we have to, we got to go to an arbitrator. But you just can't fire the person. So I'm done with this. I got to get back. I'm trying to at least get 5 minutes in sleep. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Sorry I haven't did any route reports lately, but I got 2 coming soon. You know who I'm going to be talking about. Somebody claimed to be top tier in the race, and she wasn't really top tier in the first place, but now she dropped down to 7% in the polls. So, well, Tulsi Gabbard put a whooping on her, and she ain't finished yet. All right, I'm Robert Brown with Chronicles of a New Union Organizer. I'll holler at you later. And the ride report will be on. Hopefully I can get it done tomorrow since I'm back here. And if not, I will do it before the weekend is over. And again, stay tuned for the Bobby Brown show that is coming up too. All right. I'll let you later.